All right, here we go. So hopefully I can get into this group. I'm missing my boots. Not sure where my boots went. Did I leave them on my other character? Probably. I mean, technically it doesn't matter, because I could just wear these boots. But it looks like I left them. Let's take a look and see what our alacrity is. We have to be at 54. I'm at 49, so my alacrity is not correct. However, we can fix that by using an alacrity implant, right? So since I left my alacrity boots, so let's take a look. I have to be over like 54. I'm at 56.08. That's exactly great. So that's perfect. So that's fine. Now, there is a chance that this dude just filled it or something, and I'm not going to actually be able to do it. I'm going to, just so you guys can see what I'm doing, like, heals. But, you know, sometimes allies is, I think all the humans go out for coffee and it's just populated by crazy animals, parrots, little ratatouille mice. Let me know what. Need a heal? Oh, I understand. I understand. You filled. Yeah, alright, so it looks like they filled the spot. Unfortunately. Oh well, what can we do? Not gonna worry about it. We're on a character. We're in exactly the same gear, minus the fact that I left the boots on the old character and I swapped out this. But you can see basically that's the philosophy that you want to have when you're healing. You want to basically get enough gear pieces that you can mix and match different pieces. Like I could technically... I have a bunch of different tacticals. I have a bunch of different implants. I have a bunch of different... you know, I have all different stuff. So this is my crit sort of accuracy set. This is my tank set. And then these are all the different pieces for all the different classes that I have. And then if you go to this page here, you can see all the different tacticals that I have. And then these are more implants for different builds. These are sort of like general implants that I'm trying out. And I can report to you that some of them are really good. So while I wouldn't necessarily say that I would use Toshin's retort, it is a really good... I usually use that implant on my tank for dash just because you're killing so many of those bats that you're typically getting a lot of shield attacks, so it does increase your AOE damage because you're surrounded by these bats during that fight. And then oh yeah, all right, looks like this person's gonna take us. on this. And then this here, the second wind is also really good, something I'd recommend you guys picking up. This one basically lets you get more heals. If you kill a mob, you get 20%. So that's good. And then there's a few others. I can tell you, Final Breath is something new that I'm trying out on my tanks. I'm not quite sure I'm sold on it yet. Locked and Loaded is what I would use if I were DPSing on this character. And then this Preserver package where we passively heal 1% every 10 seconds. I'm super underwhelmed by this, like, completely. It's not enough. If it were 1% every 5 seconds, I would say this is great, but it's not really worth it. So they decided to they decided to take me. They're gonna boot somebody, I guess, who's underperforming. And I mean, I don't know. I don't really care. I don't know these people. We're just pugging, right? Pug rules are different than like regular raid group rules, right? If I knew these people, obviously, if I knew the raid leader, but I don't know who any of these people are. So we're just gonna basically do the, do the fight. They've asked us to come and heal Dash and Neff, so we're gonna heal Dash and Neff. We're doing exactly the same way I just showed you guys on the other character. These basically clones, so all of my characters are basically clones of each other. So all my operatives, basically, they all wear the same gear and they use the same tacticals and stuff. And then I am using a proficient stim instead of the other stim on this character, but that's just because this character was like PvPing or something. So, oh, I guess they're not going to summon me, so I'm going to have to go there. I hope that they're in Dash first, because only insane people do Nefer first. So we hope that they're in Dash first. Looks like they are. I've already got my little personal shields in this fight because I forgot to use my personal shield last time. I'm going to try to remember to use my personal shield this time. But you definitely want to pick these up. They're cheap. I have 20 of them on me just in case. So. Yeah, we're going to heal this exactly the same way. Now, every group is a little bit different, right? I mean, the DPS on the group that I showed you guys before was really good, and they got the mob dead, but you never know here. Sometimes the tanks are not very smart, or the other DPS isn't very smart, and they get kicked off into the sandstorm, and they end up bringing back a bunch of mobs, and they die, or whatever. So we're just going to do the best we can. And like I said, we're going to focus. So I want to basically turn this volume down a little bit. All right, here we go. So start with the tanks. Got 2 on that tank, 2 on this tank. I'm on the left this time. They're just gonna do the AOEs. Taking a lot of damage, so I'm gonna focus heal him. He's taking a lot of damage too, but he's up in the air. Alright, so we're gonna get out our AoEs. Okay, the tanks are good. Gonna refresh them. Okay, that all looks great. Focus heal that tank. Get my AoEs out. Sometimes it happens. I focus myself for that recuperative nanotech and then go back to the tanks. Get my AoEs. I'm at 24 stacks. I'm almost ready to use my... Gonna use that thing at 35, like I said. Refresh those. Here's a big injection on me. I'll get a tactical advantage for that. And I'll do my AoEs. Go back to the tank and refresh the dots that I have on him and him. And now I'm gonna do a recuperative nanotech on me, and then I'm gonna do these big AoEs again on everybody else. Okay, here's another big injection on me that will get everybody. I have to spot heal. This DPS is taking a ton of damage. Okay, there's that. Now I'm AoEing again. Gonna get back over near the group and hit my DCDs. There's a spot heal for the tank. I'm taking a bunch of damage, so I'm going to actually hit this. I'm going to hit my personal shield and then put down my AoEs. So I actually remembered to use my shield. I did it at 43. That's pretty good. That should mitigate a bunch of my damage. I recommend using it before that, but I got distracted with that DPS taking all that damage. Okay, so here's an AoE on me, and I'm going to put these AoEs out on the group. We're going to spot heal this tank. I got punted, so I'm just going to basically use my exfiltrate to get back there, punch my DCDs. Spot heal this DPS. Re-hot the tanks because they fell off. Alright, so here's me, and then my AoEs. That looks great, everybody's good. I'm gonna punch a DCD just because. Alright, refresh the hots on the tanks. And that looks great. DPS did pretty well. We'll take a look at Star Parse just to see how we did. Okay, and now we're going to Oricon. So I'm just gonna basically use my legacy quick travel priority to go right there. People are saying great heals. I don't have Star Parse open. The other thing that I do is just warp on the map here. It's pretty easy to get to Oricon pretty quickly. I think you can also go into your solo menu and look up Oricon there, and it'll warp you right there. And the other thing I'll do too is I'll also summon these people since I got here and I have money in my guild bank that can summon them. That'll help everybody out. So group, they made it more expensive, but alright, so there's summon. So while everybody's taking that summon, I'm going to look at Star Parse just to see how we did on Dash. I think we did okay. You guys won't be able to see it, but I'll tell you what it says. So my healing was 42.9 and my effective heal was 31.7. That's pretty good. The other healer, their effective was 21. So I mean, I did 10,000 more than they did, but they are a corruption sorcerer. Their heals are slightly different. They're more like single target focused, so that's expected. Sorcerer healers, unfortunately, are like the worst healers in SWTOR right now, but they can single target heal really well, so. I do want to check this build though, because it's possible that I was... Yeah, okay, so I didn't take Stim Burst because I was PvPing on this character. And so part of the build choice was like, just because I randomly jumped into a PvP. When I tank, I always pull them around the corner. Okay, so first time chat. Yeah, I have to
all forces on alert.
Ban that spam. That's great. Which I don't know how to do. Yeah, I don't even know how to do that. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. Alright, so this one here, we just have to make sure I'm in the left, so I'm cleansing Reco. Everything else stays the same, right? And I've got my, this is my cleanse. I've got that good to go. We'll just verify that I've got my build set. Not going to do blow for blow on Neff when she turns. I'm just going to basically do my evasion imperative. I don't really care. I've got my endorphin rush. I've got my chem resistant inlays. I switched to stim burst. Oh, we want nanotech stim. Yeah, that's what we want. See, I was using that in PvP. This is good, and then that's good. Okay, there we go. So now we're all set.
She will collect her toll in blood.
Okay, dodge should be going out soon.
Not fear you, only us.
There's my cleanse. Now I'm on me. Cleanse on me. Now I have to, okay, that DPS cleanse himself. I'm gonna cleanse that DPS. And I'm gonna basically check the tanks. Put down my group AOE for everybody else. And go back to making sure that the tanks have healing. Okay, we have a droid under us, so we need to move.
All creatures can serve. All know
And here goes the dot. Okay, I've got the tank. Now I'm gonna get myself. This dude's gonna die. I'm gonna cleanse him. Okay, I did a bunch of spot healing on that DPS. I don't know how they got so low, but... Okay, got the tanks dotted up again. Gonna put down my AOEs. There's my cleanse. There's the cleanse on me. I'm gonna have to help him cleanse the other side, it looks like. Okay, we did that, so now everybody's cleansed. Robots on the ground again, so we have to move. Just gonna basically watch the tanks while that happens. Re-hot the tanks. Get back in the group, because they're gonna turn to us. And hit my DCDs for that turn, and then do a group heal. Okay, now I'm cleansing my tank. Now I'm gonna do a group heal on me, cleanse me. Going to do another cleanse on him. Put down some group heals. It looks like the other healer got that cleanse, so that's good. I'm gonna focus then back on the tanks. And I'm gonna throw a spot heal on that tank. There's a robot, so I have to shift a little bit. One of the tanks died. I'm gonna get him up immediately. The other tank went down, obviously, because he was standing without a tank next to him. So it's gonna be a wipe. Well, actually, Neffy's at 8%. Yeah, it's gonna be a wipe. If she was at like 2%, I would have tried really hard to stay alive, because they probably could have killed her. Because they just got her from 8 to 5%, right? So if she's 3% or under, we pop everything and we actually start throwing grenades at her.
Intruders have been eradicated.
But that tank just went down. I'm not quite sure why that tank went down so quick. If I reviewed the, because I tanked this a lot, if I reviewed it, I might be able to figure out what happened. Maybe they forgot to taunt and they got the death face. Maybe they were just too far away from the other tank and they just took a bunch of damage. Not quite sure. I think it's better to do the box method. I hope they do the box method, but that's just my opinion. I mean, we have a Marauder, a Juggernaut, a Marauder, and an Assassin. We don't have any RDPS to catch the droids. Yeah, there's no RDPS. I think they should do the box, but it's not my group, right? So. I think the box is the easiest. Like, really, really easy to do, but... Yeah, so if they're gonna do the box, then we just have to shift a little bit. Because they're basically gonna shift here to here. Then all the droids that drop, they'll catch them. As opposed to what was happening before, where the droids would jump to us. It's a little bit easier. From a tank perspective, you do have a little bit more to do, so I can understand why some tanks would not want to, you know, would not want to do the box, just because it's a little bit harder, because you're dealing with more, like, you know, the mechanics of the, you're trying to taunt the robots at the same time, right? So, but, you know, in the grand scheme of things, like, it's not that difficult, because all you have to do is just do an AOE attack. But it looks like they're trying to, they're talking about, like, for some reason, I think these tanks do not want to do the box no matter what, which from my perspective, that is insane. That just makes me think that these are crazy people, right? Like, I don't understand why you wouldn't do it. It's so easy and it's so much simpler. Instead, they have tasked one of the melee DPS to pick up the droid that comes down, which is going to be a disaster because that means one melee DPS is not going to be DPSing Neffy, and that's just, you know, but again, it's not my group. I'm not the one making that call, so.
She will collect her toll in blood. She does not fear you.
Okay, here come the dots.
Only us.
There's my first cleanse. There's the cleanse on me. There's a cleanse on the DPS above me. Okay, great. Now I'm gonna go back to the tanks. I'm gonna throw out my AOE. Now we're gonna spot heal that tank.
All creatures can serve.
Here come the dots again. Okay, got my tank. We're gonna DCD for that. Okay, checking the tanks. They look good. Just gonna refresh my AOEs because I'm gonna have to do that dot soon. Okay, got the tank. Got me, and now I'll get this DPS.
Your suffering has
Okay, got him.
barely begun.
There's a droid on the ground. I'm gonna back up a little bit. And now we're gonna check the tanks. And do any spot healing that I need to on them. This tank needs a bunch of healing, so we're gonna get it. Going to DCD for this. Okay, that was good. And now cleanse my tank. Cleanse me. Get the DPS above me right now. Now I'll go back to the tanks.
Predator, prey. Fear can drive both.
Alright, now we start doing some AoE. Alright, we're gonna have the, yep, there's the dot. Okay, I'm gonna have to cleanse the other side, the tank. Oh, he got cleansed. I'll cleanse that DPS.
Creature's pain will only drive it further.
We're gonna do an AoE on the group here, and I go to cleanse that DPS. Oh, he got cleansed. Okay, popping my DCDs. There's an AoE. Gonna do some spot healing on the tanks because they're about halfway. All right, that looks good. Neffy's dead. Perfect. We lost one, but we did it. All right, so that's it. So we did it. So I'm going to leave this all in the video so you guys can see it all. And the next plan is that I will probably do a DPS video. For the same, we'll do an operative DPSing both Neff and Dash, and I'll just talk about, in general, some things to think about when you DPS. And then I probably will also make a heal guide for the mercenary and the commando healers, but we'll see when that actually happens. Not sure. So I'm going to look for that lost piece of gear because I hopefully I didn't actually lose it. I got a belt and I got a main hand DPS pistol. That's pretty good. Oh, let's look at Star Parse. What did we do on Neph? So for Nephra, the one that we lived, we did, our healing was 33, our effective healing was 21.3. The other healer did 19, their effective healing was 16. So, I mean, all in all, we did pretty well. I'm going to upload both of these to Star Parse. If anybody watching wants to take a look, they'll be there. Not that they're the best I've ever done, but I mean, just because we're making a video, I might as well upload them just so people can take a look at them if they want. So there it is. I uploaded them both to Parsley. In Star Parse, you can set up the ability to upload your parses, and I recommend that if you are doing any form of like hard mode or nightmare raiding in SWTOR, it certainly helps because it allows you to keep track of not only how you're doing, but how your group is doing, so you can see. I mean, obviously, like, I'm not a fan of elitist tools and elitist thought processes where people think they're better than other people, but it's important to know if you're progressing in like nightmare, hard mode or nightmare content, to know who needs to like step it up, who's doing a good job already. Like, it really helps to sort of get a sense of what the group is overall doing. So it unfortunately can become one of those things where, you know, people are singled out. So I mean, I don't like that aspect of it, but it's cool to help, especially if you are looking at your own performance. It's good to because you can parse yourself, and then the next day you can parse yourself again and see if you've got any better. You can parse different polls and see which polls worked better than the other, and you can try out new things and see what worked, what doesn't work. You know, it's useful, right? Any bit of information is useful.
Where are you going? Hunting for gold that is flowing. Somewhere in the cold world, here there is no knowing. Hey la, oh la la la. We love if there's a standing stone. Let's make camp. We love games. Let's make camp and play more games. Hey la, oh la la. We love games. There's a standing stone. Let's make camp. We love games. Let's make camp and play more games. Hey la, oh la la. We love games. Where are you going? There's no knowing what magic awaits, what evil is growing. Hey la, oh la la. We love games. There's a standing stone. Let's make camp. We love games. Oh la la. Hunting no crypts is folly. Just play games and be jolly. Magical treasures hide in the dark, so rest in it and bark. We love games. There's a standing stone. Let's make camp. We love games. Let's make camp and play more games. There's a standing stone. Let's make camp. We love games. Let's make camp and play more games. Hey la, oh la la. We love games. Hey la, Mary la. Oh la 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 la. Oh la la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Hey la, oh la la